State, the sign of our class today, and it is poetic that today's game carries that moniker as the matchup between these two schools is better known as the Sunflower Showdown. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator. Looking to pass, it's Henry. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass, nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. It's got a fresh set of downs.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quick...
Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Here's the handoff. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Under fire. And the defense got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Scrambling away. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Henry. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Motion from the back. Tries again to get it in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to take off. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Kansas and K-State have been battling for well over a century, many times sort of on the fringes of the spotlight, if not completely out of it in college football. But man, when they grab center stage, you realize just how intense it is.
It's intense. It's a fun rivalry. But here's the thing. Kansas State has really dominated this rivalry. And the Jayhawks, they got to fix that. They got to get that rectified, Palmer, because the Wildcats, year after year, they're continuing to find ways to win this matchup.
And these are two great fan bases for years. And we've loved our time whenever we visit Lawrence or you visit Manhattan. The nicest fans, but they're passionate fans as well, especially when they meet up in this rivalry game.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Henry. With the catch, it's Stewart. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play-action fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time on target. Touchdown, Rock Chalk! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stewart. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen. The Jayhawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Floating away. Oh, he's got some space. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going for 6. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the game plan's
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the 2nd half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
It's complete to the left. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Makes a man miss. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Jayhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Henry. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Jayhawks are rolling down the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! And the punishment has been extended. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last...
Gashes the heart of the knee. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Jayhawks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Right back to the well. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! Fit it in the window for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Let's see what they've got on second down. The give on the option. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Henry. He's taking the shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this is a disappointing...
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for room, it's Stewart. They knocked him down behind the line, and defense finishing this third quarter in style. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything... So Kansas fought and clawed and scratched its way to victory in the Sunflower Showdown, and they'll have the Governor's Cup and bragging rights after beating K-State. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.